Hey guys, it is the first review show of 2020, the 11th of January, getting on to things a little bit late, episode 135 of 4PlayerAnimecast. Again, welcome everybody to the new year, the new decade, whatever. And we're going to be starting right off with the winter 2020 season. A lot of pretty interesting shows. I'm not sure if how much value they'll kind of pay off in the long run, but we have we have. So, without further ado, my compatriots here, Dark,
Hi.
hello, Near,
Hello, comrade.
hello, and Toast.
This is week 3 in a row of constant podcasting. How you feeling?
Yes. pretty interesting.
You know what? No Shiro's pretty cool.
Anyways, as Toast did say, as Toast just mentioned, we did go through 3 weeks of podcasts. They're all very, all podcasts that are very interesting. Awards show right into our decade awards, which is again pretty. We kind of let it all out, right? And then again, this our first winter 2020 season preview, or sorry, season review show. So we'll be covering a lot of the sort of lighter shows this episode, as per usual. And without further ado, I guess I'll start off. My series is Murenase Seton Gakuen, or localized, it's Come Together to the Seton Academy. So this is simple 12 episodes. What is this? Games is behind it, but also done by Studio Gokumi. Yeah, Studio Gokumi. Studio Gokumi did a lot of kind of smaller stuff here and there. One of the more famous things they're known for is Kinyi no Mosaic, Yuki Yuna. They also did stuff like Oda Nobuna. Oh, I remember. Oh, did they do Dasai Bunri? Really? Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, they've done a lot of small stuff here and there.
That's like Bunri no Crime Edge. You mean that one show where that dude eats that chick's hair?
I don't know if it's eat, but it definitely cuts it. Yes.
I'm pretty sure he eats it.
He does.
What do you
It's
what do
been
you
a
think he
while.
does with it? I think
He
he
cuts
eats
it
it.
because his weapon is a scissor, right?
Do you think he'll just let her hair, like, in a trash can? No, he's probably gonna.
He puts it in his photo book and then he kisses it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do with some perfectly good hair?
Yeah. Anyways, so they've
Is
done
it
a lot
is
of
it like
small
that
stuff.
one manga where that dude takes that lizard girl's sheddings and like wears it because he's weird?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I
Pretty
forgot
good.
what it was. I forgot what it was.
Shed
But anyway.
Ryugazaki-san, man.
Anyways, so this is Studio Gokumi stuff. Pretty straightforward adaptation. Nothing really impressive about the audio, opening, ending, stuff like that. Nothing very impressive about the visual stuff. And in some cases, it was a little bit janky. It kind of reminded me of an earlier 2000s to like halfway through 2000s Zebek animation kind of stuff. Very just kind of like just autopiloting stuff, not putting not too much effort into the animations. Just like just the first couple, or Studio Gokumi kind of starting out the year, just kind of conservative. Yeah, as Sasha pointed out, he's like main girl to girl. But yeah, that's just like the pacing of the story in general and the general sort of personalities of the characters. The anime, again, despite it being a straight adaptation, makes the pace a little bit more lively by having the sort of the sudden cuts, the speech bubbles kind of bursting out and hitting the characters and stuff like that. Kind of freshens up the pace a little bit, helps get it going. But other than that, there's really not too much standard rom com, animal trivia, right? The usual stuff. Like bears do this, zebras do that, the whole 9 yards. Other than that, there's not too much. If you like a pretty standard rom com, I guess you should probably check out. I would again suggest checking out the manga original, as I usually do. But other than that, it's a pretty standard rom com with visuals from like 10 years ago. Yeah. And there's not really much else. it does follow upon the whole like animal ears, furry kind of stuff, bestiality kind of stuff from a couple seasons back.
So
But
how does it compare to Beastars?
all right, I think there you're talking about a couple
dude.
of different worlds here.
So
A
how
couple
does
of different like levels of furry.
how does it compare to My Lovely Neighbor Senko-san or whatever the English name was?
Sewaki Senko-san. I think Senko-san is like, I mean, the Senko-san has like fox girls, but it doesn't really focus on them being fox girls so much as like, oh, the fox girls are here, they're cute, you're doing stuff. And then in this one, it's a little bit more focused on the trivia, and then a lot of the whole like them being animals is used as a focus in like motivating stuff in the story. So yeah,
So
that's definitely a
it's
good question.
so it's more like Demi-chan than
Yes,
A
it's a little
Centaur's
bit more
Life?
like Demi-chan, but straight playing the rom-com a little bit more straightforward. Yes, so it's pretty much like that.
Who would win in a fight?
I can't.
I-
I don't know how to answer that
I
question.
remember there was a T-Rex in the show. Did he show up yet?
Oh no, he's the teacher. So all in the academy, all the teachers and stuff like that are dinosaurs and ancient creatures, like extinct creatures. And obviously, again, all the students are like regular animals.
Is
there
this
any explanation for why there's living dinosaurs in this world?
There's no explanation for like anything in this fucking world.
Cool.
so
There's
it's
just like
it's
yeah,
not
there are
it's not
things.
theory of evolution or anything. They're just boomer animals.
Yeah, they're just boom. That sort of says what it's just like because they're dinosaurs because they're old. So it's like the older characters, quote unquote,
Okay,
are
so
dinosaurs.
they're boomers. Got it.
Well, if you want to
So,
think about it.
so will these animals eventually progress into dinosaurs in this world?
That would be pretty funny.
What do their children look like?
I have
they
no idea.
are so like if you got a monkey, like an ancient caveman monkey teacher, is his offspring a regular human or a sahelanthropus? That's the one
That
from
would
that's the one from Phantom Pain, right? The missing link between humans and what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't mention that game.
Fucking Sahelanthropus.
But yeah, there's not really much other than that. It's again pretty straightforward rom-com. Uses animal trivia to kind of make things spice things a little bit, but not too much. Other than that, not much to say. I would say it's a little bit below average in terms of Studio Go community providing audio visuals. I know they've done better stuff before, but this one definitely isn't it. Probably didn't get too much money, but it is what it is.
How's
yeah.
the voice acting? Because
Voice
a lot
acting?
of the VAs seem pretty new.
Yeah. There's a lot of like people who have only been in terms of like getting actual like named roles. I think there's most of them are only like 1 or 2 years in terms of experience in getting those named roles. So pretty interesting. I do like it. A lot of them are pretty good, and they're like especially the main girl, Kino Hina, sounds a lot like sort of a squeakier version, or like if Koga Aoi, her like various roles and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
If Koga Aoi like kind of kept doing squeaky roles, I think that would be how this voice actor would sound.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. She again, a lot of these characters, or a lot of these voice actors, including her, Kino Hina, is sort of 1 or 2 years into the industry. Not like super new, I think, but most of them are pretty new. This one person might be pretty. No, most of them have been in the industry for like a couple of years, but they haven't been like any super breakout kind of people. They're all kind of just making do with what they've got. Obviously, played by some veterans, or I say veterans, but some more popular voice actors. Kohara Konomi, Sugita Tomokazu, Genda Tesho, so on and so forth. Genda Tesho also does the T-Rex in this one. So, but yeah. Again, good question. Other than that, again, pretty straightforward. So yeah, just chalk another one up for bestiality. So
PogChamp.
PogChamp. With
Is
that,
what's the difference between bestiality and furry?
That's a good
bestiality is like
question,
the
dude.
action, but furry is like the fetish, right? Or is it's like the
No.
general sort of like community, right?
Furries like fursuits and shit,
Yeah,
and
furry is like
anthros. Bestiality is
anthropomorphized
you literally
animals.
just want to
Bestiality
fuck a
is just want
regular animal.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
fuck
okay, okay,
dog.
okay. So yeah, okay. So it's like the attraction versus like you doing something, right? It's like
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, okay.
it's just literally, you know,
The difference between fucking an animal that walks on 2 legs and fucking an animal that walks on 4 legs.
So where does Beastars fit into this?
humans are animals
Yes.
when you really think about it.
So
Yeah.
so do you think the Beastars can crossbreed with these people, or do they count as an entirely different hybrid?
I think that's a question better left to the scientists. With that, next on the list is Dark. What do you have for us today?
I watched Nekopara.
Oh fuck! I
Awesome.
forgot.
TV
Nice,
This
nice follow up. Nice follow
I
up.
forgot. I forgot this conversation isn't ending.
We're all fucking animals now.
The most
But yeah.
dangerous animal is man, of course.
So, yeah, I watched Nekopara. It's
Wait, did you ever check out the visual novels?
no,
Or
I think I think I have episode 0 as a meme from a Steam sale or episode 1,
okay.
How is it?
but I never downloaded it and played it.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
knew what is the artist's name? Sayuri or something, right?
yeah. Sayori,
Yeah. I had seen like some of her work before that though, and
Mhm.
with the 2 main characters as well before like it became an actual
Right.
series. So it did kind of interest me at first, but then it's like I stopped really giving a shit, and I was just like, a lot of it seemed scuffed, so I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she's getting money, so she deserves it because I think her actual art is really good.
Yeah.
But this was surprisingly like pretty competent.
hmm
I know it's a meme scale, but it does. All of them manage to have like above 7s on Mall, and I'm like, well, that's kind of impressive because usually if it's like a whack ass OVA, it gets like a 6, right?
Right.
Even if it's a well known one. But the studio doing this has only ever done the Nekopara OVAs. It's Felix Film, and they've
That's
only ever done
weird.
that in Daita Shokan no Hitsujikai.
That's this Shepherd. It's the Shepherd of the Great Library or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like it's an August visual novel, or yeah, it's a pretty popular visual novel. But
Yeah,
anyways,
so they did that in 2014, and then they did Nekopara in 2017, the OVA, and now they're doing the TV show. So it's kind of crazy how like sparse their work was, but how I can describe the audio visuals here is it's like take Doga Kobo and like dial it back, right? It's like a little bit like it's lower budget Doga Kobo.
That's
The
that's
character
not good.
designs very much look like Doga Kobo now,
hmm
which is kind of weird because it's still, like these are not the original like designs for these characters.
Right, exactly.
So it's very strange, but it's not bad. The premise is like bizarre because it kind of I don't know if it assumes that you've seen the OVAs. It like catches you up really quick, but it doesn't really do like it does the world building a little bit more indirectly, where it's like 2 of them like 2 of the cats get sent on like an errand or no, they go, I forget why they go out, but they're like this is like this world's version of cats in general.
Yeah. It's not. They don't. There's no. I mean, I think they're.
It's kind of like Uma Musume, I think,
Yeah.
because
It's
they're
pretty much.
just referred to as cats.
Yeah.
Um, so that's like kind of weird.
So how does
but-
that explain the crossbreeding?
but yeah, so the main episode was pretty much just like a pretty standard slice of life with both
they
like
fuck?
cat. No,
Wow.
I don't think so. At least I had to skim a little bit at the end, but I don't believe so.
What's the word they
There
use
was like
for it?
some etchy elements, but not really. Like it's pretty tame. It's no more like
Wow.
It's not like an actual ecchi. Like it's
Show sucks. Show sucks.
Yeah,
Show sucks.
basically yeah. So it's more comedy, like rom-com, harem, like
Yeah.
slice of life stuff.
So the thing is, even in the visual novel, they keep it pretty much on the
That's
down low.
not true.
Wait, what do you mean?
Isn't there there's absolutely full-on sex scenes in the visual novel. Maybe not in the unpatched theme one, but there certainly is in the full one.
Oh yeah, I mean there are like sex scenes, but it's like maybe like one every like volume or something like that. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's not
yeah.
like
it's not like
excessive.
sex scene
but
into sex scene. Yeah.
yeah, it's not the only. It's very much like it's the end game, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the show there's really like nothing like that. It's just
Yeah, I
more
mean, if
like
they did, that would be like a
the
different
looter
genre.
like rom-com slice
Yeah.
of life
So-
stuff, which is I guess is kind of nice because that might also be why the show looks better than it is, like looks as good as it should, because typically
Honestly, the
when
thing
you
is
get,
the
you know,
yeah.
smut, no matter what studio's doing
So you're
it, they
saying
don't
it's-
exactly put a lot into it.
So you're
Because
saying
they
it's
know they
not my
can't market it?
3-minute anime that I watch every
No,
season?
no, this is a full. This is not a short, by the way.
That's
But,
wasted. That's a wasted opportunity.
This is full 21 minutes.
What the thing is, what was I gonna say? Like most of the visual novel, again, to the point we were discussing, isn't it's pretty tame. Like, oh, the cats are cute. Oh no, the cats really like the shigure or the master or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like that sort of
Yeah.
standard lovey-dovey kind of thing. So I think I haven't seen it, but it's probably going to be a straight adaptation. But the thankful thing is, because it's not a visual novel where they're just stuffing in H scene after H scene, right? The straight adaptation kind of works decently without them being like, yeah, it's pretty good, or it's like I really like you, and then like kind of this awkward cut to like the next scene, you know what I mean? Because they have to
Yeah.
like truncate so much of it.
Yeah,
It's not
the
like that.
a lot of it is it is a lot of like standard slice of life stuff, like going on errands and working around
Right,
the
exactly,
bakery
exactly.
and
Yeah.
stuff. So I thought that was pretty nice. I think overall it's pretty solid. The audio visuals are fine, like pretty standard, which I would say is good for something like this. And then the comedy is like all right, and the cat stuff is like all right.
Do you like cats or dogs better?
Dogs.
Oh, there you go.
But overall I just think it's pretty good, pretty solid for comedy, romance, slice of life stuff. If you're a fan of the series, then this is definitely good for them, right? Like
Yeah, it's like 1 minute.
it's not like awful. It looks good. It's what it is. It's literally just like Nekopara adapted. So
It's literally just straight out up. I'm going to bet.
How many people that paid the 1 million for the Nekopara anime will watch this? Or was it 1
Maybe
million or was it
all.
more?
Maybe all of them.
I don't know if did people pay for the anime itself or was it just the OVAs?
I think that was
It
just
was
the OV.
just the OVAs.
Yeah, so this is probably just like had been greenlit by someone. Let me see if there's like a what's it called studio for this. Nah, I don't see any producer or licensor at least listed on Mall yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
Who's your
it's
favorite
pretty
cat?
solid.
Who's your
They're
favorite
new.
cat?
I like
Yeah, this section.
Coconut,
Oh, you like it?
but
Okay.
but I think Chocola overall.
Okay.
I need to see more of the expanded cat, but
There's only like
actually
like
no, I don't know why I
fucking
said more of the expanded
6
cast.
of them, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like there was another one, but
I think
could be wrong. I feel
usually
like there was more.
coconut or maple, or yeah, I think it was maple. It's maple,
Which
right?
one
Maple
was
is the one.
maple?
Which one's the tall one with the heterochromia?
that's
That's
Yeah, that's
coconut.
coconut. Yeah, that's coconut. Coconut is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it because she's got cool eyes?
Yeah.
Cecilia asked a good question. How is it compared to cats?
You know, it's something.
It's so
I can't believe we
It
live in a
it
year.
has better. It definitely has better audio visuals than Cats. We can put it that way.
Who would win in a fight?
Probably these.
But yeah.
Was
Anything
it?
else?
Was the little sister a cat, or was that just one of the dojins? I don't remember.
No, she's not. Shigure is just like there.
Then what? Then
Uh,
why does she have a scene? That's not good.
Yeah, I wonder.
Are they related? I believe aren't they related?
I don't know. I'm not
Wait, the
deep
sister?
into the
Yeah,
lore
The
of
sister,
Nekopara.
the
Is that the
sister
sister?
is related. Yeah.
Then how come she has a scene? That's weird.
Wow, I
Because-
wonder why.
Wow, I wonder. Yeah.
Why
Wow. How could
why
how
would
could-
this happen?
That's
how could
so
you pay a
brave.
thought-
It's so brave.
How could you
Very
say
brave.
something so? How could you say so? Wait, what was that meme again? It was
So
like
how can you say something so
Controversial?
controversial
Controversial,
yet so brave?
yeah, it's like that. So, yeah.
But yeah, there's not like a whole lot to say about it, but I thought that it was a pretty good one to like weigh in on for one episode, just because it seems to be just
Oh yeah,
setting.
for sure.
Is it the best VN sourced anime you've seen in your lifetime? How does
Wait,
it
no, because no.
how does it compare to other VN anime like
Clannad.
oh yeah, Clannad. That's one. I was gonna say
Yeah, how does it compare to
Steins
Fate?
Gate.
How does it
Yeah,
compare
how
to
does
Fate?
Alright,
this
Fate.
compare to Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work?
I completely
Yeah,
forgot that's a
holy-
VN.
You know, I
What
think
the fuck are you talking
I
about?
it's
was-
a good. Listen, all I'm gonna say is it's a really
Most
good.
anime is from the end.
I wasn't. It's too
That's
high
what
up,
I was
near.
thinking.
It's
Like
too
as
high
soon
up.
as he said that, I was like, how many anime have I watched that were VN adapts? And I was like, a lot of them, most of them. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, you
Yeah, a lot
know,
of them
it's a
have.
good thing that this came out in 2020. Because if this came out in 2019, like, I might have had to knock out Fate for my best of the decade.
Yeah,
Like,
just,
it
yeah.
might have had this might have had to gone in there.
This is pretty contentious right there. Pretty.
But yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to just see like a rom-com slice of life Nekopara stuff, if you're ever interested in the VN on Steam, like this is a decent alternative, right?
You like cats? Not the movie.
Yeah, are you fucking too lazy to read anything? Like me? Then just watch this.
Oh my god. Anyways.
So in tears of laziness, what's the order?
I mean, what's the
What
order?
do you mean?
What the fuck do you mean?
What
Yeah, like-
what media do you consume if you're the laziest?
Oh,
In order.
Oh,
Um,
it's dubbed anime.
Top 10. Yeah, you just
so-
lie on your bed.
you're-
No. Here's you just lie on your bed and it's just ASMR with Nekopara English stuff.
Oh,
You mean the audiobook? Yeah.
That's peak
Yeah.
lazy.
that's peak value right there.
So the order from laziest to not laziest is manga, anime dubbed, then VN. Got it.
No. Laziest, non-laziest is manga. Then it goes VN, because you can autoplay that. Then it goes subbed anime. Then it goes dubbed anime.
Manga you can read in like 5
Because
seconds.
dubbed anime, you technically you don't even need to look at the screen, and you'll still know what's going on.
But yeah.
But
Anyways.
my help Mew.
But yeah,
Anyways.
definitely solid.
Yeah. Overall, pretty good. But anyways, thank you, Dark, for sharing Nekopara with us. I know it's probably something that needed to become needed to be covered sooner or later. But with that being said, we are moving on to Toast.
What?
What do you have for us today?
So continuing on with Cat Girls, we have
What? Wait.
what? No.
we have
Not quite.
I saw Oda Nobunaga no Cinnamon. It's weird. Don't.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And then moving on from that, have-
Okay.
I watched 22/7 What?
Nanabun no Nichi ni, or not. You can call it Nana Nichi, essentially.
That's too close to Niji Sanji. I remember that.
Oh, sorry, Toast. Yeah,
What,
just call it
22,
Nana
22 over 7? It's
Yeah,
like,
just call it 22/7. That's fine.
yeah. So,
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Spire, what's 22 over 7? The idol
It's
group, I don't know.
it's essentially. Wait, I forget who the general. I mean, I know it's the AKB 40 people covering it, but it's like I forget who the studio was behind the actual anime. But anyways,
The OVA
they have,
was
they have
Cloverworks. This
Kyuhyun
one's
is because
A1.
it's probably been drawn by the same chief animator. Sion. But anyways, 22/7 or Nanabu no Nijini or Nananiji for short is a what did the AKB founder say? He was like he wanted an idol group that transcended dimensions or something like that. So it's
Whoa.
What does
essentially
that even mean?
it essentially means he's doing the same thing as Love Live.
Oh.
So he has these uh 2D idols essentially, and the voice actors behind them, and both the 2D idols obviously are known, and the voice actors are also well known, and the voice actors themselves do a lot of like activities, right? Just like in Idolmaster and Love Live. The only real difference is that uh, the uh, the 2D forms of the girls, right? The anime-fied versions of the girls are virtual YouTuber. I also do like virtual YouTuber kind of activities. So they take their 2D, 3D virtual YouTuber models, and then they have they do various things on their channels. So they'll do like contests, or they'll play games or whatever the fuck it is. So that's sort of how I guess quote unquote they're crossing dimensions question mark, but that's sort of what it is.
So they're like scrubbed Hololive?
Scrubbed all. I mean, I don't know about alive, but
Because they started in what, 2017? And I don't remember reading anything about them. All I know is Sally
you
and Maki.
don't.
No.
We definitely covered news on them actually being formed.
Yeah, but what did they do? That was noteworthy.
Yeah, that's part of their problem. They didn't.
Feels
They
bad.
haven't. They haven't really done much. I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know whether it's a pet project by the AKB founder or whatever it is, but I mean, it's like they're stable probably in terms of like funding and whatever it's going on, but it doesn't seem like they're really becoming viral or anything like that. Obviously, the biggest thing that's made them viral is, as Toast mentioned, the Japanese American Sally Amaki kind of being one of their idols and going all viral with her videos and being like, "Oh man, I'm a memer," blah 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 blah. But other than that, they haven't really done much. So that's them. I haven't really caught up with them recently, anyways, like with their like content or anything like that. So I don't know what the hell they've
All
done.
I know is Sally and Maki can't do handshakes anymore because she has social anxiety. Probably from all
Yeah,
those
we covered that recently in the news
weaves.
too. A lot of them have had like sort of anxiety-based incidents, and like one of them have had medical conditions, and the voice actor behind one of them, I think Nicole or whatever, is the voice actor behind Nicole is like she resigned, or she like retired or something like that, or she stopped because of health issues, so they had to replace her voice. So a lot of incidents have also been going on. Very unfortunate for them. But yeah.
Can you believe Tokino Sora is almost 20 years old now?
Oh my god. Can we talk about 22?
All right. Okay, so yeah.
Anime.
She's getting it. Don't worry.
So yeah, thanks for that because I didn't want to look it up and I don't know anything about them. Now let's talk about this anime. This has nothing to do
Yes.
with that.
Yes, pretty much.
So
It's like yeah.
so the thing is, the girl with the hentai eyes. What's her name? Takigawa Miyu.
Yeah.
She doesn't she's like sure she's the Rin of the group. She doesn't like to egao. She's introvert and she's all like, I don't want to talk to people. I hate you. I'm gonna cover my eyes because I don't want to look at you. And then she loses her job at a convenience store because she scares all the other girls and the customers because she's very antisocial and whatever.
Mhm.
And then she receives a black letter in the mail from is it GIP? I think it's GIP. It's a mysterious company named GIP, and it's all like, "Hey, go to the zoo. You've been scouted." And she's like, "All right." And then she goes to
What?
It kind of reminds me of
scouted. You're in the zoo now.
yeah,
that shit. Kind of reminds me of how Cinderella Girl started out. You remember that shit, Dark? Like just
I
like
remember
random
that.
shit.
It's great. But yeah, she goes to the zoo and the gorilla exhibit. And then all of a sudden, 7 other girls appear, and they're all like, "What the heck is this?"
Okay.
And then Sally Amaki's character goes up to her. I really don't remember her name, but she's
Sakura Fujima, I think. Sakura.
Yeah, Fujima Sakura.
she's the Sally Amaki looking character. She's like, "Wow, what are you doing here?"
Maki like character?
She
Wait a
looks
minute.
nothing like Sally Amaki. She's got fucking like blonde hair and blue eyes.
Well, I don't know.
Look
She's
anything
in this. What's her name? Fujima Sakura. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine,
Yeah,
Sakura.
Fujima Sakura.
So
Yeah.
she's all like, "Hey, weirdo, what are you doing here?" She's all like, "I don't know." And then she shows her black envelopes, like, "Hey, you've been scouted too?" And she's like, "Whoa, that's cool." Then the 6 other girls show up in a sequential order because they noticed they were talking too loud, and they're like, "Hey, you got a black envelope too."
Ew, you like anime too.
And then they all meet up and like, "Wow, what a coincidence! There's 8 of us." And then some really big gorilla-looking dude comes by, and he's all like, "Hey, you're all here. Let's go." And they're all like, "Aren't we?" And then one of them's like, "Aren't we auditioning for something?" And he's like, "No, the audition's already over. You've been chosen out of what is it? 10? What's the remember when they held an audition for 227? It was like 10,000 or something applicants. Is it?
I don't know. Is that true?
Yeah. It's you were chosen out of 10,325 people in the world, and they're all like, "You want in? Follow me."
Yeah, you were one of the 10,000 to come to the zoo.
you actually want to look at these animals. Who are you?
And then they follow him down to like the gorilla exhibit to a basement, and apparently underneath the basement is this weird high-tech building with, you know, it's got like a kitchen, workout place, studio, and all that. And and there's like a 1-second montage of them going down the floors. I don't speak Japanese, so I couldn't read the signs.
That's fine. And then
Yeah. How was it? It's fucking dead, dude.
Tuss is dead.
They got him.
Oh, there we go.
He was too much secrets about 22/7.
So and then they cut down to like the basement floor, or the lowest level of the studio, and then there's the wall, as they call it.
As they call it, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they call it the Kabe, and that's the wall. And then there's this weird monument on the wall, and then the gorilla dude's like, "This is the wall."
What is it, like the fucking monument from Space Odyssey? Like, what the fuck are you talking?
I don't know, or maybe some weird holy-looking object, and the dude's like, "We listen to the wall, and the wall tells us what to do."
What?
You're sure you're watching the right anime?
Did you like fucking change shows halfway through?
That's what I thought. And he's all like, and he's all like,
did he watch Pep before you did? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
he's all like, "We listen to the wall. The wall tells us what to
More
do." And
surreal than like fucking Review Starlight.
I'm like, the wall told us that the 8 of you would become idols, and the reasonably, they're all like, "What the heck is he talking about?" And then everyone's confused, and then the dude's like, "You all become idols on December 24, I believe 2016. Yeah, this takes place in 2016. And
oh my god.
then the girl with the hair, what's her name? I forgot her name already.
I think they all have hair.
Takigawa Miyu, you know, the one with
Yes, yes, the
the
frizzy
hair
hair.
coming out. She's all like, "This is stupid. I'm leaving," and then she leaves.
Yeah, I would probably say the same fucking thing.
Get the fuck out of there immediately.
And then the big producer dude's all like, "You have 1 week until December 24. You will be back because the wall tells us. The wall has foretold it." And she's like, "Okay, weirdo."
Fuck, now I actually need
I
to
have to watch
this.
this.
Then she leaves, and then apparently this is the time she loses her job. Because, you know, she had a job at the department store earlier, but apparently after she leaves the wall, she loses her job. And then she's all like, "Dang, I need the money to support my mother and sister." So a week later she comes back, and then before that everyone's all like, "Well, it's the day, you know, the day that was foretold. That girl's not here yet."
The prophesized day.
Yeah, and Sally Maki's like,
The
"Don't just
wall
wait.
turned to-
She'll be here." And the dude's
Holy
all
God.
like, she will be back. It is as the wall has told us." Then lo and behold, she comes back. And then she's all like, "I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for my
for the wall.
I'm doing it for my family." And the dude's all like, "Whatever." And then that's when the episode ends.
What the
This
fuck?
sounds absolutely fucked.
I don't know either.
Crap.
It lost
What
me when we got
the
to the wall.
Fuck.
And then the episode ends with the wall starting to shake the moment she steps back in.
You fucking.
And then
Bullshit.
It's like a cutscene in the gates.
Hold
Next
on.
chapter. It's like a cutscene. It says chapter 2.
And then after the wall shakes, like this gold Willy Wonka ticket, like slides down a chute, and it says, "Welcome to 22/7."
Wait, what the fuck? All of this show is out already?
Is it?
No.
No, this is the first episode.
Episodes 1 to 8 are out.
What?
Wait,
Nice.
really?
No,
Wait, no. Why are these 1 minute long?
are those
Wait.
PVs?
Oh, these are the O and A. Okay, okay.
Oh no, that's the yeah.
Yeah. So the wall gave her a welcome to 22/7, and it's like episode end, and I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
What is this?
Oh my god.
What does this
fucking-
have to do with idols crossing
What the
dimensions?
fuck? He's not lying.
Dude, all the Reddit comments here are like kind of a strange opening episode. Supernatural elements forcing them to become an idol group.
Dude, this is a
Kinda
fucking
weird.
this is a fucking SCP. The wall spits out commands at indeterminate interval.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude.
This is literally a fucking SCP.
Toast is the best storyteller. of
What
film.
the fuck is
Toast,
this?
Toast is the best storyteller out of all of us, I think.
Holy shit! dude.
Like, it started to become weird. I thought it was starting to become weird when they went down the gorilla exhibit into like this mysterious building like Nerve. But then they showed us the wall, and I was like, okay, hold on, man.
Oh my god, I'm
This
fucking
thing
crying
is
right
scary. Yeah, it's like a fucking altar, and it's
Yeah.
got like a metal cylinder and like a ramp thing into a little like receptacle that I guess it spits out notes.
now. Oh my fucking god,
What
I'm
the fuck,
crying
dude?
right now.
This is-
Actually,
Yeah, this is fuck.
but yeah, Toast. What do you think about the story though? What's
Yeah.
That's really it. I don't. What story?
No, as in like, what's your overall evaluation of the story, Toast?
I want to know more about the wall. Screw the idol part.
I agree.
It's like, what? What?
Oh my fucking god, I'm crying right now.
Is this so? What does this have to do with crossing dimensions?
I don't know either, dude.
Yeah, the wall's gonna fucking flatten them.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'm gonna put up a picture of the wall real quick.
Did,
So yeah,
did you so you enjoyed it? Is what you're saying, Toast?
I mean, it left an impact, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would say it does.
Audio visuals, it kind of looks like K-On! Too much
Oh,
like
yeah.
K-On!
Yeah, actually, it
They got the
does,
K-On! face.
character-wise. Yeah, character designs
here's-
very
oh,
much. Is
let
it
me
like
bring
the
up-
same character designer or something?
Yeah, I
Probably
tried
is.
I tried looking at the chief animation, but it says it wasn't. I haven't seen
What
any.
studio is doing this?
It's A1 actually. A1,
Yeah,
okay.
and co-producing with Kusanagi and David Productions. I think David and
Okay.
A1 is doing the bulk of the CGI workers.
It's very strange.
Okay, so yeah, and as you know, I mean, it looks okay, I guess. I don't know, K-On.
Yeah.
Not as good as Kyo Ani, but a little better than K-On. It's got nice shadows and whatnot. Anyway, what I want to talk about is the voice acting. I don't like Mio Takagawa's voice acting. She sounds the
Uh,
least professional out of all of them.
yeah. The thing is also a lot of them. They're not obviously they're new in terms of like they obviously they haven't done like previous idol or voice actor experience. I think most of them, except for like a couple. No,
I
all of them
know.
actually. All of them are pretty much new. I think.
No. Sally has had like roles in other shows as like
Before or
episode. Yeah, as like episode long like minor characters.
She's been
okay.
like
Or,
friend A.
I know she was a character in a couple different things. Most notably, she was in I think a couple episodes of what was it, Kaguya-sama, as like this
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah,
ass like a dickhead from another school
yeah, I
that was
remember
like
that actually.
planted there to make the main character fuck up.
Hmm.
But yeah, kind of reminds me of when I first watched Mysterious Girlfriend X, the main character. She also had this unprofessional sounding voice. I don't know, it'll probably get better over time, but maybe it's the way that she speaks because she's a quiet, soft-spoken character.
Yeah,
It sounds too normal, I guess. It doesn't sound very anime professional.
yeah.
I mean, the other seven are fine. They sound like they're doing anime voices, and it's like good, pretty good. I guess that's why they took it. It did start in 2016, so they got 4 years of experience.
Yeah, again, a lot of them are probably like not necessarily very experienced and like really kind of pushing out, professional anime, working behind the studio and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
overall, it seems like a kind of less. It seems like it has a lot of money behind it, but the whole anime is relatively sketchy. Are you
I
looking
mean, I
forward
gotta
to
know
more of
more
the
about this wall. You got me.
anime?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
Got me.
this just because of that. To be honest with you, like this is fucking strange.
I mean,
Yeah,
I still like Hololive better
I
compared
mean,
in an idol fight. I'd pick Tokino Sora over
I think
Sally Amaki Emide.
definitely, definitely a couple of different beasts. But anyways, thank you, Toast, for telling us a lot more about Nanabu no Nijuni, the anime, also known as 22/7, also known as Nananiji. And I definitely wouldn't have thought about watching the anime, but now you've got me interested for sure. So I'll probably take a look at it once maybe more episodes come out. But yeah, thank you, Toast. And last but definitely not least, what do you have for us, Near?
Damn, I don't know how to follow that up.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I feel bad for putting you after Toast. Like that shit was like. So you should have just done Pet. I think. I think you should just
Yeah,
done.
at this point. But
Hey,
I watched Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun, also known in English as Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
okay.
Um, this is a comedy school series about a ghost
Mhm.
who is, one of the rumored, I guess, 7 wonders of the school.
Right.
And the rumor is, you knock on the stall in the girls' bathroom, call his name, and then he'll grant one wish for a price. And this one girl, Yashiro Nene, does it, and she asks to be like hooked up with, the super popular guy in school because apparently she asked some other guy out, and he was like, "I don't even know who you are, loser." And then she was like, "What the fuck?" And now she wants to go out with the most popular guy in school to like show him up or something. And that's the initial premise. But
That's That's a little bit weird, but okay.
Yeah.
So Hanako-kun's a female, right? Why is it a dude in the girls' bathroom?
It's
What's
a
up with
boy.
that?
I don't know. They don't go into that in the first episode.
I bet he peeked during the girls in the bathroom, and then one of them did like a mega swirly and accidentally drowned him.
Yeah. So I guess the premise aside, it's basically just sets itself up as like a sort of. It's basically just a comedy with like a pretty minor romance background, I think.
Mhm.
Because by the end of the episode, essentially what happens is Hanako-kun tries to help Yashiro out a bunch, and he pretty much says, I have no idea how, I'm supposed to match make you with this guy because he doesn't have any like magic spells or anything. He's just
He doesn't
some
have
ghost that
toilet
nobody
magic.
talks. No, he doesn't have toilet magic.
Damn.
Um, but by the end of the episode, one of Hanako-kun's little wisp things brings out these things called mermaid scales.
Right.
And Hanako-kun says, when you swallow one of them, you get cursed. But if you make somebody else swallow them, then you're bonded or something, right?
Mhm.
And Yashiro immediately swallows one without, thinking of hearing what the curse actually is. And before she can get the popular guy to swallow one, she's like, I don't think I actually like this guy that much. And I'm kind of just using him to get back at the guy that refused me earlier. And so she's like, I probably shouldn't uh, make him swallow this fucking cursed scale, right?
Right.
And suddenly she turns into a fish.
Nice.
And Hanako-kun's like, yeah, the fish scales don't actually make somebody fall in love with you. They just lessen the curse. Like the curse gets
Mhm.
spread between the two people. And because she didn't make him swallow it, she turns into a fish.
What the fuck? Okay.
But by the end of the episode, Hanako-kun swallows one of the scales so that way he can turn her back into a human. And then they get, quote unquote, bonded.
Right.
And the implication is because they're bonded, she can now like touch him for some reason because normally she can't because he's a fucking ghost.
Right.
But that's like the initial setup for the two to just like be, a comedy duo, I guess.
Mhm. I
And
mean, how
it's
much
a
how much do you think they'll work this aspect of it, like the whole bonding? Oh, he's not such a bad guy kind of thing.
I feel like I mean I don't know. I haven't read the manga, so I'm not sure what the format is, but I'm pretty sure uh it's probably going to be majority comedy with like maybe some like mild hints at character development, maybe some development with the romance subplot at like the end of the episode thing. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like
So near. What ghost powers does he have?
he can float and he has a knife.
What, like a ghost
Solid.
knife, or
But he
Yeah,
can't
he's
touch
got a
anyone, and
ghost
no
knife.
one can touch him.
Yeah, but he can cut ghosts.
so he's like Danny Phantom?
Are there
More than a
ghosts
way?
to cut?
Yes, there are ghosts to cut. So near the end of the episode, because Yashiro swallowed the mermaid scales, um, apparently the mermaid spirit uh, wants to basically make her like her slave or something.
Right. Exactly.
It's like this big mermaid ghost that shows up and it's like, I'll drag you into the underworld kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like
Right?
try to fuck. Yeah.
And Hanako-kun like cuts her open. He's like, yeah, she'll be back later, haha. So I guess there's like some looming like pseudo villain that will probably come up every once in a while that pushes stuff along. Um, other than that, I feel like it's probably just gonna be like episodic comedy, right?
Right. Again, the balance is the important part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Um,
else it's just like, I mean, I mean, it wouldn't be bad either way. It might be a little bit more flat slash conservative if they just do the episode comedy straight. But I'm guessing it'll just be like it'll it'll have a couple of forays into the romance in terms of like in episodes 3 and 4, and maybe in episodes like what, like 8, 9 ish, right? And then maybe round it up or not, lighten on the gas pedal or not, turning
Yeah.
into 11, 12, right? Is the standard way we go about
Yeah,
this.
probably.
But yeah, I if they keep the balance like that, that's probably pretty standard there. I don't know how it is like in the manga, but
Yeah, I haven't checked out the manga, so
yeah, but other than that, I think that'll be pretty straightforward, right?
yeah, I think the
What do you,
format's probably gonna be pretty standard.
okay? What are you kind of looking forward to from this?
Um, I mean, mostly the character interactions. I was surprised how much uh, how much I laughed at this show. Actually, it's pretty funny.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
a lot of the humor is what is it like? I guess kind of like dry delivery, like
Yeah, it's like,
um,
why the fuck did you do that thing, right?
yeah, or like one of the early jokes, one of like the first things uh that they like kind of joke about is when Yashiro asks the first guy out, he says, "I don't want to go out with a daikon-legged girl." Um,
What?
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
She's
That
she
yeah,
that comment, right?
she
they
thick?
keep bringing that up, like, "Oh, you got daikon legs,"
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and they keep bringing up this like little animated daikon radish with like fucking chubby legs on it, and just weird, like kind of like I don't know. I don't really know what the term, but like just humor that accosts the other
Right,
characters, right?
right,
Like mild jabs and insults here and there,
right,
right?
right, exactly.
Some pretty funny stuff.
Insult humor. I think it is actually the
Yeah,
term.
yeah. And there's some more. A lot of the delivery on the jokes is really good too, which I think helps. Just with the voice cast, right? The voice
Right,
cast is
exactly.
really good. Hanako-kun is actually voiced by Megumi Ogata.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Which you might have heard her voice as Ikari Shinji from Evangelion.
Yes, yes.
And she's also Grimnir in Grand Blue Fantasy, which I think probably helped me with a lot of the jokes because uh, Grimnir is a pretty funny character, and a lot of like the voices she does for this Hanako-kun character is very similar to the kind of stuff she does for Grimnir.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay, okay, okay.
so
That's pretty good.
a lot of the delivery is really good. The visuals on this are actually really, really. They're. It's interesting. They're good. They're
They're
really good
unique for sure.
visuals.
Yeah, yeah.
But like watching it, took a bit of getting used
It's a
to.
little bit hectic. It's a little
Yeah,
bit hectic. Yeah.
there's a bit of hecticness to it, but also part of it I think is due to the character designs as well. Like the first like
Mm.
5 minutes I was watching this, it felt like someone from Pixiv animating their OCs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the designs are really, they're pretty over the top. They're pretty kind of busy. Um, so it takes a bit of getting used to. It took a bit of getting used to for me anyway to be like, this is an official anime, right? Like,
yeah. Right.
um,
Not just something. Yeah, as you said, it's not
yeah,
just something being written on Pixiv here.
yeah. But it looks good. The color palette is really nice. Like Sesian said earlier, there's a lot of red, um, a lot of warm colors, a lot of reds and oranges, um, and it uses the color palette really well. And it's pretty well animated. It's done by Studio Lerche,
Oh
who's
yeah. Oh, it's Lurche.
yeah,
Okay, that explains it. Yeah,
very
Lurche's
solid
solid. Yeah.
studio. Um, and it looks good. It sounds good. I wasn't really super impressed by the like soundtrack or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The OP didn't really impress me all that much. The ED was really nice. It's got this like color pencil aesthetic going on.
Okay.
And it's solid. It's a good comedy. I'm not sure. I mean, if it goes down the standard comedy route, I think it will be a very solid series. It looks good, sounds good. The comedy's pretty good in my opinion. Um, but it could, for all I know, go down some weird route where it
Oh,
focuses
yeah.
super hard on the romance and the comedy like takes a backseat and it gets all
Mhm.
dramatic. And, he
Right.
starts fighting ghosts left and right. Turns
Yeah,
into like some
weird fucking shit. Yeah.
drama action series with like comedy backbone.
Right,
But
exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a straight comedy series. That's what the
Yeah.
first episode felt like to me. So I think it's a pretty safe watch. Pretty solid series.
Okay. Pretty good. Thank you, Nier, for covering Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun. I know it was one of the, like, I want to say slightly more uncommon series to people to kind of be like, oh, maybe I should check this out. But I feel like we definitely did need to cover it.
Yeah,
It was definitely one of the.
I think as this series goes on, it'll probably get a little more popular.
Yeah, it'll
compared
definitely get
to
more
the series.
attention for sure. Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Hey, Spire.
Yeah.
What was that
What's
one
up?
other show with the toilet ghost? Not Danny Phantom, or
Harry
Not-
Potter.
not Moaning Myrtle, but there was this one show where the toilet ghost chick, she like murders an entire school classroom, and then the main chick's like, "Huh, we're dead." I never got to tell the boy that I love him, but then it kept find out that he's dead too.
I'm not
Did
entirely
you know what
sure.
I'm
I don't
talking
know what
about?
the fuck you're talking about.
Then
No, I'm not.
no.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
remember there was a chick with glasses that kind of looked like, or the school teacher that looked like Ritsuko from Idolmaster. And
Kind
then
of honestly sounds like some.
she was like some spirit medium, so she could see the dead ghosts, and then they mess around with her. No,
Uh, I don't remember. I
okay.
think I might have heard a premise like that, but I don't remember what it is
All right.
at all. Fortunately.
I'm thinking of the toilet ghosts that I know, and that's one of the ones that popped up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, that being said, we are done with the series for today, and we are moving right on to the news. Not too many news today. Not too many news this time around. Just a lot of company-related stuff, a little bit of people news, and then we'll be straight on to our shoutouts, callouts. First, shoutouts and callouts of 2020, of course. But yeah, first off, just a little bit interesting thing about the Anime Tamago project. The Anime Tamago project began streaming a promotional video on Thursday to introduce the 3 works for Anime Tamago 2020. So it's like little, I think it's like small, like anime, like small anime, short anime probably. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because these anime shorts are supposed to train young animators on the job as part of the Japanese government's Agency of Cultural Affairs Young Animator Training Project. The shorts will all screen next year. The project was previously known as Anime Mirai instead of Anime Tamago. So yeah, it's part of the Japanese government to help bolster or to help kind of side fund, training of domestic animators instead of all the studios kind of just
Outsourcing.
outsourcing, contracting, subcontracting overseas and stuff like that, and obviously helping the flagging sort of supply labor cycle in the Japanese anime industry. So hopefully things go well for them. Next, a couple of company news. First off, Nippon Ichi Software announced on Monday that it has established a new subsidiary named System Soft Beta. Blah blah. The company stated that it's aiming to develop a business with the vision of "quote unquote" entertainment for all and worldwide success. And so the studio Nippon Ichi, of course, best known for Disgaea, and connected with Nippon Ichi Software America, which some people might know, uh, which licenses anime, localizes stuff for North America, so on and so forth.
Hasn't Nippon Ichi been on like brink of bankruptcy since like they released Disgaea 5?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but they've not been in good straits from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Next, Platinum Games announced on Tuesday that it has received an investment with capital tie-up from the Chinese company Tencent Holdings Limited. The announcement noted that Platinum Games will quote-unquote retain its independence, and its corporate structure will remain the same. So, obviously getting a lot of money from Tencent,
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
This
Just like,
this news was really funny to watch.
yeah.
Because I saw this on Twitter, right? And it was like, yeah, Tencent says capital investment with Platinum, right?
Mhm.
And it was shocking to see how many people did not know how capital investment works. Like, people were like, oh my god, Tencent owns Platinum Games? What the
That's not
fuck?
how that works.
It's like,
Yeah.
no, they're not buying stocks. They're not buying shares. Like, they're not becoming like partners with Platinum
Yeah.
Games. They're just giving Platinum Games money. Like, it's amazing how many people, especially, gamers, have no fucking clue how capital investment works. Like,
Yeah.
Platinum Games gets money, they make games, and then they pay back Tencent with the money they make from the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's
It's just typical like Tencent just
Yeah, it's
spreading
like
themselves out to fucking
people
get money
see
back.
people see Tencent's names and they're like, "Oh my god, this company's dead." No, they're
Tencent
fine.
owns like most of everything and also
I mean,
has investments in like fucking everything in the
I
game
mean
industry at
this
this point.
this news also to me has been writing on the wall for what? How long have I been saying Platinum Games is in trouble? Like fucking 4 years?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What was the
yeah,
last
they
good of
very
Platinum
clearly
Games
needed
game?
fucking
Like,
money.
they've needed money for a long time. Like, they've
Yeah.
been pushing out garbage like Korra and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and just like complete shovelware that's like just recycled fucking mechanics,
What
like
was the last Platinum game?
Transformers.
The one on Astral's Chain.
Chain.
Yeah.
Astral Chain, which was good because Astral
It,
Chain was headed by the guy that did Nier Automata.
it also had
Which,
Nintendo money.
yeah, which is like, in my opinion, the guy that headed Nier Automata and Astral Chain is like the last talented person at Platinum Game. So
What about Hideki Kamiya?
he's not really there anymore. He kind of just
Yeah.
fucking does whatever. Like, Kamiya hasn't put out an actual game since Wonderful 101.
Well, that's because Scalebound got Nick.
Yeah, and that was what? How long ago was that? Like, he should
2017.
have been working on something by now.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Babylon's Fall looks like fucking shit. So
Very
yeah.
unfortunate again. But yeah.
It's kind of like when people got really uppity that Sega took Atlas, but it's like, so
Yeah,
what?
and Atlas is like the best they've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, very unfortunate to kind of receive that sort of PR fallout, but it is what it is. It's better to have that money. And next on the company list, this might be a little bit of interesting toast, but Arc announced on Wednesday that it is taking part in establishing and managing Yostar Pictures, a new animation company that Yostar founded. The new company's main business is planning and producing animation, but is also involved in planning, development, and composing production committees. So this is Yostar. If you guys didn't know, it's the studio or the general sort of company behind Azure Lane. Um, and I believe before this they were like a general sort of like animation commercial project kind of company, but now they're fully making like an anime like production studio.
Yeah,
So
I guarantee you this is 100% for Arknights as well.
yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure they just announced an Arknights like animation project,
hmm
and they probably did this specifically because Azure Lane's anime was a fucking train wreck.
yeah, that was
It's I mean, kind of, maybe not, because I'm not sure. Maybe,
I
probably.
mean, probably like this is
Probably.
right off, like right off of the news where like Azure
Yeah.
Lane's like next episodes are being delayed like what 2 months?
In March, they're
Yeah.
they're re-releasing them. So, do they count for 2020?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyways,
the project they're doing is the Azure Lane 4, Slow Ahead, I believe. That's what it's called. Pretty
okay.
good. I like it.
Okay. So hopefully again things turn out a little bit better.
I hope it looks
This
better than Azure Lane. It probably will be.
Yeah, hoping. But anyways, that's that for Yostar. And the last piece of company slash non-people news is another, I guess, company news is the Kyoto News Service reported on Monday that Japanese publisher Takeshobo and a male manga creator filed a lawsuit with the Tokyo District Court against web security company Cloudflare. The lawsuit alleges that Cloudflare is complicit in copyright infringement by offering its service to manga piracy sites.
Absolutely not.
Takeshobo and the manga creator are seeking damages, and Takeshobo is also seeking the removal of all of its manga data temporarily stored on Cloudflare's servers. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, this is suspiciously sounding like it's like recently Linus Torvalds was just like, don't use this like certain file system because it's like licensed under uh people. It's licensed under a license that's made by Oracle. If you guys know the Oracle company. And Oracle had a tendency of just kind of suing everybody, just like whoever, just like anybody that's
Yeah.
related to using their shit, they just like sue. It's like very similar to this, where it's just like I feel like at this point, like companies are just like, yeah, we're just gonna sue anything that's like even vaguely related to like manga piracy or whatever it is, and it's like I don't know how far it's gonna go, but
Do you think this is related to that one site, that one really cool site that I'm not gonna say? Don't say the name. That got taken down recently
you're talking
because
about Manga Rock.
not that one. No, the other really cool one that got taken down since early January because someone uploaded a what is it? A full official release of Boruto, and then Viz Media took action against it.
Oh my god!
Don't say the name.
Why board? Why did they
I know.
fucking fuck with Boruto?
Like
Okay.
one of the site's rules is like, hey, don't upload official chapters like this. It'll be on their hit list, and lo and behold,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
happened.
for sure. Some people are just stupid, but anyways, very yeah. I don't know where I don't know how far Japan or or the Japanese government or Japanese companies really want to go. It's just like in general, it's just like it's becoming so much less effective these days, like exponentially less effective because for every company that they sue or they try to shut down, there's going to be 5 million more opening up in their places. So it's just like whatever. But I guess good luck to them in trying to get money from Cloudflare. But yeah, some couple of people news before we head off to our shoutouts and callouts. First, entertainment news source Variety reported on Monday the designer, illustrator, and artist Sid Mead passed away on Monday of complications from lymphoma at the age of 86. So he helped, draw art. He worked with, a lot of Japanese companies and helped draw art for stuff like a lot of like Gundam stuff, mech stuff.
Yeah, he was the core mecha designer for Turn A,
Yeah,
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
which has the most unique designs in like the entire Gundam series.
Yeah. He also worked on a proposed live-action Gundam film from Lionsgate in the 1980s that unfortunately never moved forward. But yeah, again, condolences to his friends and family. And the second piece of news is that screenwriter Shozo Uehara Shozo, passed away on January 2nd due to liver cancer at the age of 82. So he joined Tsuburaya. Uh, some of you guys might know about this, a very famous production company. So he wrote for a lot of stuff like Ultra 7, Ultraman, so on and so forth. He, helped write stuff, toys, Super Sentai stuff, including, the initial one, obviously. So he's very, he's pretty much like if you've heard of Super Sentai, you've heard of stuff like Ultraman, Get a Robo, so on and so forth. Like a lot of scripts and stuff like that, he was behind. So very big influence, obviously. And condolences again to his friends and family. And with that, we are done with the news pretty quickly this time around. And we are moving on to our shoutouts and callouts. First shoutouts of 2020. As per usual, everybody gets one shoutout and one callout each. A shoutout is something that you want to praise, give 5 stars, 6 stars out of 5, whatever. Praise to the heavens, and it can be any one person, place, or thing, of course. And callout is the exact opposite, something you want to rant about, something that you want to rage, burn into ashes, and it can be any one person, place, or thing. And going first for 2020, Toast.
All right. My shout out goes to the new batch of Hololivers. They're pretty cool. Especially
they're definitely interesting.
especially the Hololive 4th generation, especially the first 3. I'm sorry to say, but they're way more interesting than what's her name? What is her name? Toa and Luna. I'm sorry, but Kiryu Koko, Watame, and Kanata are pretty good. Big shout out to Kiryu Koko. Yeah, she speaks English.
Okay. And your call up?
She's a shit poster. She knows the meme spire. She's in on it.
Yeah, but she sounds fucking autistic, so I don't want to listen to her streams.
But she's the reason why Watame and Kanata are rising in popularity.
I guess. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Watame smells like fried garlic, and Kanata likes PowerPoint. Good for them.
Okay. And your call out is?
Call out. I don't know. I'm pretty good. I guess the snow
feeling pretty.
It started raining yesterday for a long time, and now it's snowing for a long time. So we got the double trouble over here.
Okay. Pretty
That's
good.
it. I'm good.
Okay. Next on the list, Nier.
Wow. Shoutouts to my new computer. I got a new PC over the course of the new year. Pretty good.
Pretty
I
good.
like it. I can run games now.
You can actually play the games.
Wow, I can play games at 60 frames per second without them being at like 480p. But yeah, it's nice. Callouts to I don't know. I think I'll go with Old Faithful. Callouts to Shadowverse. Because the new card packs came out a few weeks ago. And they're fun. I like them. I like them a lot actually. But just anytime Runecraft is like top of the ladder, just tier 0,
Mhm.
it's just like it's such a bad time, like I don't know why they always give Runecraft these cards that are like, yeah, if you just play enough spells, these cards cost 0.
Because that's the original
Fuck
mechanic that
off,
they
man.
used to save.
It's so dumb. Like
it's like how for a while Shadow was suffering with their like how to properly use necromancy, right?
yeah, it's just like it's so lame. Like pretty much everybody that plays Shadowverse, pretty much everybody that plays Rune likes the Earthright Runecraft archetype more.
It's definitely more interesting for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but all they ever do is make these spell boost cards, and now it's like that like pretty much everything they released this card pack was like followers that are like spell boost, become cheaper. By the way, when you play this follower, it summons more followers. So it's like you're cheating play points to cheat more play points. It's so fucking insane. And then
Oh yeah, there's always that chain effect that it happens in that class.
yeah, like there's like the new legendary is like 15 play points default, right?
Mhm.
And every time you spell boost, it gets like one cost cheaper, right?
Mhm.
And pretty much every game you go against Runecraft, this card is coming out for fucking free on turn 6 because Runecraft has so many cards that are like, yeah, play this follower. By the way, spell boost every single fucking card in your hand. By the way, if you evolve that same follower, spell boost them again. Like
It's
why?
like it's like owl on steroids, right? It's like the magic owl thing on
Yeah,
steroids.
it is because the new card, I forget how much it costs. It's like a 4 cost or 3 cost or something, but like it's fanfare. Spell boost every card in your hand,
Mhm.
and then evolve. Deal 2 damage to another to an enemy follower,
Right.
and then spell boost all the cards in your hand again. Like, oh, what? Why? That's not fair. It's so dumb. But all the other crafts are really fun. Got new cards that are really really cool. Shadowcraft's got this new card that's like when you evolve it, you get a leader effect where all the cards you play, all the followers you play that have either one attack or one defense,
Mhm.
they gain storm.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty fun.
I can see why you like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I hate Runecraft, man. Shit sucks.
Runecraft was honestly, not gonna lie, Runecraft was one of my favorite classes when I
Yeah,
used to play.
fuck you, man. You were probably a fucking D shift player.
Dude, I love these shits.
I,
Oh my!
I
Everyone,
hate you so much, dude.
don't you
I
love?
love playing single player games.
Yeah.
I'll just play
By
my
myself.
entire fucking hand, and then I'll play D shift for fucking free, and then I'll hit your face with all the shit I played last turn, and then I'll play D shift again.
Dude, it's the fucking best. Are you serious?
Fucking hate it so much.
Anyway,
Near how's
uh,
D shift in unlimited now?
I don't play unlimited. Unlimited is like
It's a
the
lawless
worst
zone. Yeah.
fucking the worst idea you could possibly do. Apparently, from what I heard, D shift isn't really in unlimited because I think they nerfed it. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure unlimited is just all storm rune. Like you just
Good.
play all the storm cards in runecraft, and then you just spell boost out the ass, and then you kill them by turn 5.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you, Nier, for your shout out to callouts. Dark, what do you have for us today?
So I'm gonna shout out Monster Hunter World Iceborne, see, because it's very fun. But also runs like ass because it's this massive CPU hog. So hopefully that gets sorted out soon. But it's been real fun. Mini shout out to a Savage Devil Joe that literally soloed a monster I was just fighting. I attacked it maybe 3 times. It kept doing 500 damage to it over and over again until it limped away and went to sleep. I captured it. So I literally didn't attack it for 18 minutes.
Devil Joe's
But
the
yeah,
best.
yeah, it was pretty insane. So it's very fun. And my call out, my call out's gonna be to
Pokemon?
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yes, exactly. Got him.
Because it's fucking dumb. Like the DLC is stupid, and the people comparing the old system of Pokemon to the DLC is also stupid because it's not good either way.
Mhm.
Right? The old way they used to do it of releasing the third game wasn't that great. But releasing $30 DLC like 6 or 7 months after the games first came out and tying like old gen Pokemon to that you knew that you said like you couldn't make for the original game
Dude, it's impossible. It's so
Like,
hard. It's so
yeah,
hard
it's
to
like-
port these models.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like that was horse shit because people were defending them because someone pointed out, like, okay, you're saying you can't possibly add the original Pokedex, but you're literally reusing assets like animations from fucking Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, the
Jesus fucking Christ.
it was like the idle animation. There's an animation that like Vaporeon had, and
Jesus
someone
fucking
synced
Christ.
it up with Coliseum, and they're like, it's 1-for-1. Like this is the same exact animation.
That's
Like,
funny
great.
because a lot of Pokemon Coliseums are better than Sword and Shield's animations. I don't know why they didn't just port all of them.
Yeah, but
It's
yeah.
it's not it's
So
not in it's not in Game Freak's technology, okay? Like,
Yeah, the
too
Switch
bad.
is new tech.
Yeah.
Pokemon Stadium is what? GameCube? That's a whole different.
Mhm.
When was the last
Ball
Pokemon
game.
Stadium?
Huh?
that was GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GameCube's different from
Yeah.
the Switch.
So
You can't one-on-one those. It's too hard.
it was just really
It's
fucking
it.
stupid to see, like, oh, like the old way was better. No, this way was better. Also, we couldn't add the Pokemon, and people were like, guys, reusing assets happens all the time in game dev. Like, get over it. And it's like, yeah, well, that's true, but that's kind of the reason why they should have the original Pokedex Pokemon in there, because like
Yeah, not
there you can
charge
just
$30
reuse it
fucking
from
dollars for them.
fucking
Yeah, exactly.
3D.
Yeah.
From like X and Y and onwards too, all had 3D models, so I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
But it just it kind of turned out to be like a whole fucking mess, and uh, it's just it's stupid because the DLC is not good. The old way they used to do it wasn't good, but at the very least, what Emerald came out like I think over a year after the original ones came out, and it had like story changes and more stuff in it. It's like, yeah, that kind of sucked, but I don't know. The idea that you're still releasing these two fucking games for full price that are barely different, and now you're like, oh yeah, by the way, here's DLC,
It's for
and
the
people are
kids.
like,
It's for
wow,
think of the
thank
kids.
you. That's another thing too. All the
Think of the
people who
fucking
say,
parents, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, all the people who are like, oh yeah, Pokemon, like it's for kids. It's like, well, first of all, I haven't heard a fucking child talk about Pokemon ages. Like it's the only time I see Pokemon being talked about, it's by like fucking 30-year-olds onward
Yeah, that's
who
I
are
mean,
true.
saying it's for kids.
realistically, the only Pokemon that kids know these days is Pikachu.
Yeah, like
And
Because,
Eevee.
like-
And Eevee.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But like most kids pretty much these days only know Pikachu because he's literally the face of Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A
exactly.
lot of kids don't even know what Pokemon really is, but they know what Pikachu is.
Yeah, they all
Yeah,
saw
and
Detective
it's like-
Pikachu.
yeah, and it's like it's just really, I don't know. A lot of the shit surrounding Pokemon is always really fucking annoying. It's just like, even if you want to say like, oh, it's for kids, it's like, all right, well, obviously this isn't, because what kid is like, okay, mom and dad, I want Pokemon, and they buy them Pokemon for fucking $60, and then they're like, okay, but like, there's another version of Pokemon, I want that too, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I already bought you Pokemon. It's like,
Yeah,
no, I need
exactly.
another $60
No, I
to
need
buy
this. I
Pokemon
need this
Shield.
other version so I can trade other Pokemon into this other version of Pokemon.
I need to.
Use
I
it.
need to.
I need to
And
use
it-
my
and
one
now it's
version
like-
of Pokemon so
I need
that
to-
way
I need to
can
subscribe.
capture the Pokemon in that version, and then I can trade the Pokemon with myself so that
No,
way
but
I
you-
can
but
have
you
all
use-
the Pokemon in one version.
But the
And that
thing-
way
but-
I
but-
don't
Dark,
have
Dark,
to play the other
Dark,
version.
Dark.
You also need the subscription.
But Dark,
Yeah, and then they're like, I need the $5 year subscription to Pokemon Bank, which can't be an easy process to sign up for.
but Dark,
Yeah,
you
right.
forget.
then-
You
and
forget,
then-
Dark. Who are the
What?
parents nowadays? The boomers.
Yeah.
They
But
know
then-
they know about
and then
Pokemon. They know what's up.
after all, well, they know about Pokemon, but then after all of this, they're like, okay, 6 months later, yeah, I need $30 more. Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I'd love to know who these like 10 and 12-year-olds are whose parents are giving them $150 to spend on one fucking Pokemon game in the course of like 6 months.
God, like.
Because
you ever play Fortnite? It's kind of like that.
yeah, like that's another thing too. Is like the children are playing Fortnite. You can't fucking fool me, right?
Yeah.
They're not playing Pokemon. Anyway, Pokemon is fucking whack. Like it's been whack. I don't understand why people are in denial that the games are even like entertaining because you can fucking mash through them and still win. Reminder for X and Y, I fucking they handed me a Lucario with a Mega Evolution, and I didn't use a single other Pokemon until the Elite Four. I sent out Lucario, I Mega Evolved him turn 1, I did Aura Sphere, and it killed everything.
Yeah, I mean,
It was all you
Mega
had to do.
Evolution. Mega Evolution was unbalanced as fuck, and they also took it out, fucking Sword and Shield, because I guess they were too lazy to add more Mega Evolution.
Yeah, now they have like whatever that new evolution
Yeah,
thing
now
is.
they
It's not like the
have
evolution, it's like the fucking form.
yeah,
They have a lot of
and
like
Oh.
this
random
thing
shit.
that makes your Pokemon big.
That's another thing too. The DLC is also the first place and the only place that has those like new forms, you know, the cutting feature for the game
Yeah,
for the original starters.
Yeah, that's kind of iffy.
Like, so you couldn't even do that to your starters when they came out. But if you buy the DLC, you can do that with your starter now.
$30 for a Pokemon gun.
It was a Pokemon with a gun, so
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Anyways, thank you, Dart, for your shoutouts and callouts. What do I have for my shoutouts and callouts? I think shoutouts honestly goes to um. So I have been reading a visual novel recently, Koikuma, or which is a abbreviation of Boku to Ponkotsu. What is it? Boku to Koi Suru Ponkotsu Akuma. Which is, I think the localized title is Ditzy Demons Are in Love with That. I've been reading the visual novel. It's not like, oh man, this visual novel has the best fucking story. It doesn't. But it kind of refreshed my kind of enjoyment of reading through visual novels, light novels, and so on and so forth. So, uh, shout outs to that. And call out, huh? Call out, honestly, I only have like one major. I mean, I also kind of thought about Pokemon for a bit. And I'm sure as more anime reviews and stuff like that come through, and more like of the decade lists and all that crap comes through, I'll probably be calling out somebody pretty soon. But for right now, I'm only really focusing on Dedeste, or Adamasa Cinderella Girl Starlight Stage mobile game, because I'm just like fucking. I just want to get my free shit by the 5th. So I'm getting free shit until the 15th, and then I want to get the free shit, get the lorry on the 15th, fucking uninstall the game, install Voez, play Voez. That is literally like my laser locked objective right now.
Ha ha ha.
And fucking. So this time I like pretty much spent all of my jewels on this one gacha just to get one freaking SSR for to make one to finish up a meta unit, and I got so there are usually like 2 SSRs. Yeah, 3. So this time there were 3 SSRs, banner SSRs, right? And I literally got the one I didn't need the most 4 times.
Of course.
And I didn't get a single one of the one I actually needed. And I'm just like, I'm 170 pulls in, literally more than half a spark. I'm running out of jewels. I'm just like, this is the most fucking garbage shit. So then I stop. The gacha is over. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm just going out of this game without having meta teams. And then the next day or the day after, I'm the second set of free pulls. I do a 10 pull on a different gacha, and I get the same fucking card, or I get a card with pretty much the exact skill I needed, which was in the last gacha. From that gacha, I'm like, really? Like you had to screw me for 180, like 170, 180 pulls, and then I just get it within 2 free pulls the next time. Like, is this how you want to play this game? So I'm like super sick. Yeah, I have on my phone I have dynamics, which is pretty cool. I have Archaea, which I want to get better at, and I'm going to download Voez again. Voez is like really visually confusing for me, but I still want to download it because it has like it has pretty much all of the really good like Z songs. If you guys know who don't know who she is he is like a music producer, and he's done a lot of pretty infamous like rhythm game songs. The most infamous being Freedom Dive, of course.
Of course.
So he's done a lot of stuff, and most of it is on Voez. So I want to honestly just play it mainly because of him. So I just I just want to fucking play that shit, man. I want to uninstall this stupid fucking game that I've played for way too long. I've played for at least a couple of years. I finally got all the meta teams. Those meta teams will probably last for at least a year, even if I don't do a goddamn single thing. And then I'll just be in peace. And I will completely ignore how much money I have invested into the game because that will be part of my black history. But I'll be finally done with it. But anyways, that is my call out. Hopefully, I'll have a better call out next time. But with that, we are finally done with our shout outs and call outs, as well as the news, and our first episode or first review episode of 2020. Again, thank you everybody for being with us. Again, I'd like to thank all of the viewers for sticking with us throughout 2020. I'd like to thank Toast for changing stuff up all the time in the actual stream. Changing the captions, pictures, so on and so forth.
I have to do it live because I like to keep it a secret.
Just keeping it fresh.
Also, no one tells me until right as we about to start, so I'm like, all right, we're doing it live.
Okay. But yeah, with that, we are done for today. If you like what we do, we stream this every other Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/4PlayerAnimecast, where we record our podcast live, and we talk about the latest and greatest in Japanese animation media, anime, manga, light novels, visual novels, web novels, and so much more. So check us out here. Our VODs are available here. Will be highlighted, of course. You can check us out VOD in another form, YouTube, if that's more convenient for you. Check us out on our social media, Facebook and Twitter. Twitter handle at 4PAnimeCast. Again, all with the number 4. Facebook, 4PlayerAnimecast. Again, check us out there for updates and more information. And yeah, we'll be back not next week, but in 2 weeks, and with more anime from winter 2020 lined up, ready for you. And with that, we'll see you next time.